Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I will share my experience on Bark Chair interview that was held just few days ago. So I will explain each questions which was asked to me in this interview and hope this will help for your PhD or any JRF interview preparations. So friends, आप सब देख सकते हैं इंटरव्यू was on the date 21st July 2021 and this JRF post was for subjects like physical science, chemical science and life science, and the total post vacancies was 105, and candidates should have at least one national level exam certificate like GATE, CESAR, NET, and all those national level exam for biological sciences and life sciences. So they can only apply. So मेरे को गेट के बेसिस से सिलेक्शन किए थे एंड आई वॉज शॉर्ट लिस्टेड एंड उन्होंने मेल सेंड किए थे बिफोर द इंटरव्यू डेट to appear the interview. So friends, without taking too much time, let's see what was happened on the interview date. So on the date of interview, they called me before the interview time and requested me to join on the link they provided around 3 p.m. So I joined through the link at the given time, and after joining the interview link I was asked to introduce myself first. तो मेरे को बोले उसके बाद artist to mention 3 topics where I am comfortable. So I told them quantum mechanics, atomic physics and quantum statistics. उसके बाद उन्होंने बोले ठीक है बस उतना काफ़ी है. तो उन्होंने बोले और एक इंटरव्यूअर से कि स्टार्ट करने के लिए क्वेश्चंस. So they first started from quantum statistics. So from quantum statistics, he initially asked whether I know black body radiation or not. Black body radiation तो सबको पता ही होगा जो भी फिजिक्स के बैकग्राउंड से हैं. तो black body radiation मुझे भी पता था तो मैंने हाँ कर दिया. So he asked to draw energy density graph for black body radiation. That was easy also, so I drew on my paper. Then that interviewer asked to write the functional form of that graph. I also wrote that functional form. So after writing that functional form, they asked to me to separate h nu by e to the power h nu by kt minus 1 from that functional form, and to explain the left part which was 8 pi h nu square by cq. उन्होंने पूछे ये क्या है 8 pi h nu square by cq, ये क्या है, इसका इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है. सो मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया उसको. देन दे आस्क्ड हाउ द ग्राफ यू ड्रॉन ऑन द पेपर विल चेंज इफ़ वी इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर. और ये सब चीज़ बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. बेसिकली जब ग्राफ ड्रॉ करते हैं हम तो उसको हमको समझना चाहिए वो टेम्परेचर के साथ कैसे चेंज होता है. जो भी ग्राफ आप ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं तो केयरफुली आप देखेंगे उसको कि वो टेम्परेचर के साथ कैसे चेंज करता है. ओके, सो आई ड्रू ऑल्सो. देन दे आस्क्ड कैन यू एक्सप्लेन द ग्राफ फुली बाय क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स. आई रिप्लाइड नो. सो वी कैन ओनली एक्सप्लेन some part of the graph by classically. मैंने उनको ये बताया. Then they asked on which classical law we can explain some part of that graph. I answered that question easily. So after that then asked to write how can we find expectation value of a physical quantity, and this question was from quantum mechanics. And if I know the wave function, how can I write that expectation value? I wrote that, and that was correct also. Then asked if the time derivative of that expectation is 0. Then they asked to find out the time derivative of that expectation value, and told me if I find that time derivative of that expectation value is 0, then what can you say about that physical quantity? हम उस फिजिकल क्वांटिटी के बारे में क्या कह सकते हैं? So I told them the answer. Then they asked, if we take a free particle, then what is the time derivative of that expectation of position? I derived the time derivative of the expectation value of the position for free particle and found the p expectation divided by m. And after that he asked, what is that quantity, physical quantity it represents in classical mechanics? What is the connection between classical and quantum mechanics we can find here? So I answered that question with some little confusion, but I think that is correct. Then another interview started from atomic physics. She asked one conceptual question from spectroscopy, and there was no need of paper for that. Just she asked verbally, and she asked an interesting question also. And that question was, if we observe the emission spectrum of certain gas, and we find some lines in the spectrum, and if we observe those lines with very fine resolution spectrometer, would we able to get if infinite sharp line? So इस क्वेश्चन को सुनने के बाद मेरा दिमाग हिल गया था. मैंने ऐसा क्वेश्चन कभी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था. एंड इट यूजुअली हैपेंस, इट इज नथिंग न्यू, बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर गोइंग फॉर एन इंटरव्यू, आपके फेवर में सब क्वेश्चंस होंगे, ये कभी संभव नहीं है. सो कुछ क्वेश्चंस नया होता है, एंड हाउ यू अप्रोच टू दोज क्वेश्चंस, दैट इज़ इम्पोर्टेंट. So they also see that how you approach to those questions. And I fortunately answered no, because I was doubt, and I know in quantum level everything is uncertain, and how can we get such a fine line and a fine position of that line? So in confusion I also answered no. After that she asked why. I told her मैंने कहाँ पे पढ़ा था. So that basic phenomena which is due to fine structure and hyperfine structure, we can't get a sharp line, and but that was not correct. She was telling me, if I increase the resolution of that spectrometer so high, after that what happens? मैंने तो वैसे नहीं सोचा था, मैंने ऊपर लेवल पे ही सोचा था. तो मैंने बोल दिया था कि फाइन स्ट्रक्चर और हाइपरफाइन स्ट्रक्चर के वजह से कुछ लाइंस अपीयर करेंगे. सो अगेन शी आस्क्ड, वुड यू गेट इन्फिनिट शार्प लाइन देन? फिर मैंने कन्फ्यूज़न में नो बोल दिया था, एंड दैट वाज माय फॉर्च्यून आल्सो. एंड बट पता नहीं क्या आंसर करना है मेरे को. अगर वो पूछेंगे क्यों नहीं, तो मैंने सोचा थोड़ा. शी आस्क्ड व्हाई यू आर टेलिंग नो, व्हाट विल द कॉज ऑफ that no sharp line, infinite sharp line? I said that there will appear some broadening. She asked which broadening. I told them Doppler broadening. Then she asked, what is Doppler broadening? I explained little bit, she said that if she decrease the velocity of the gas atoms very less, जिसके वजह से डॉपलर बर्डनिंग उतना इफेक्टिव नहीं होगा. तो आफ्टर दैट would we observe that infinite sharp line? Again I fortunately answered no. Then she again asked why. I told fortunately that due to the uncertainty principle, and I think that is the intrinsic properties of the all quantum level phenomena. She asked how would you explain using uncertainty principle, and which uncertainty principle you will use to explain for not getting an infinite sharp line. I fortunately answered that energy and time uncertainty relation that will be used for that explaining of not getting infinite sharp line. She then asked, okay, what is that delta E and delta T in that relation for that case? I explained, and after that she said, okay, your interview is finished. So that one interview was around 20 to 25 minutes, and they were not taking too much time, I know, because there was lots of candidates appeared for interview. So overall interview was more than average, but let's see. I don't know whether they will select or me not, because result is not yet declared. And that's all about the BARC GRF interview experience, and I hope you enjoyed this video and got some valuable knowledge on the process of the interview and the questions which was asked. And if you like this video, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the update of any video which I will post in future. Thank you for watching.